Okay. I am in for the earth. Okay, we're going to finish up the Valentines series here. Air, fire, water's already gone out, so this is the last frontier here. Okay. So Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn in that order. My setup is not quite ideal here, but it's the way it's going to go today. Okay, so general energies. Hopefully I get under some spiritual things that can help you, guide you guys along in some kind of way. Give me time. I'll be time stamping everything later. Yeah, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and then we get into love and romance, okay? So first card's general energies for Taurus is first up here. Move my stuff out of the way. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can get focus. I turned a few lights down. I don't know if that's going to make a difference. First card for the general energies for the Taurus for the February season is Fortune. This is good. And I'm getting a sense of abundance here. Look at it go. Okay. Hopefully that works. Getting a sense of abundance. They're giving me a sense of that here. And then it fuzzes back up. Taurus. Okay, let me tap in here. Yeah, either we're feeling fortunate or we're coming into a fortunate stage here. In a cycle. Okay, in the cycle. Yeah, next card. The moon. 18, the moon. Man. Suddenly I'm noticing every little detail in there. I don't know if you can tell, but those two towers, there's yeah, like the what is this? Anubis? Is that his name? The dog man is there, and then there's dog at his feet, and he's got the feminine symbol. Oi, just give me a minute. Pisces symbol, moon, crescent moon. There's a lot going down here. So, okay, whenever you Taurus people or, cross watchers, for them, the cycle is going to change on that crescent moon. This is when we flip over the energies is what they're making me feel here. Anubis, right? He's a guard. He stands guard to protect and ward off energies. They're making me highly aware of these guys. So there's this sense that either we've had a time where we've come to be protected. I feel like this is spiritually, or needing. This energy is needed. An awareness. Yeah, okay. They're expanding on the awareness of protection. And again, we can protect ourselves. We just have to be aware, remind ourselves to do this. This reason to don't freak out about it. But the sense is that we're gaining momentum here in our own field of affecting our own field. So we need to utilize it more often to pump it up. That makes sense. For those on the spiritual path, there's something, a little deeper here going on. We may be depleted of energy, and this may be because we're not protecting ourselves properly. Simple as that. Next card, Two of Wands, talking about being bold and moving. This may be part of, this is sandwiched, all this energy. Once we protect ourselves, ground ourselves out, we want to make sure that we tap into that energy, because there's something faded coming to bear here. Now, it making me aware of that Aries symbol. There may be an Aries in your sphere affecting you highly. I just can't get rid of the and also a need to take action. I feel like this somehow is related to the protection aspect, so be aware of that. Again, don't freak out over this. I think it's just we need to move and take action in a way of protecting our own field of energy, our own they said safety, but the sense here is sense of being, right? Yeah. And from being drained is what I'm getting, like energetically. Not like you're being preyed upon. I'm getting a very paranoid, like what? What? I'm hearing already. So that's all I'll say about that. But there's a series coming up here. We may have been depleted by energies here over this last while. This cycle is coming out and changing. This crescent moon, be aware of that. I don't know what the name of it is, but it's around that time that we're going to be flipping gears here, and we're going to feel more action oriented to move in directions more more like a fire energy, like that Aries to take charge and go, go, go. Feel action oriented. Okay. This is where we're at. Okay. Expanding on the wheel, the fate, things that are changing, coming forth. We have the Nine of Air. There's always a different card. Of course, this is blue and it signifies above energies, right? So we're talking about, like, there's a noose there. But there's nobody in it. That's what they're going. There's nobody in it. It's just a noose, right? I feel like either the person that's going to get the most out of this reading is someone that's highly triggered by a lot of darkness, fear, and all of this is really maybe things that are draining us, right? Or we're allowing ourselves to get drained because we're not protecting ourselves energetically, grounding out and just being aware that we can be protected. Once the awareness is there, it's activated, right? We don't really truly need anyone to go outside of ourselves and gain it. We can do it for ourselves. Now they're making me aware of all, like the tree is almost like the body and soul, and then the mind and its thoughts and how it's illuminated, right? This is what they're saying is going on here with the Taurus. They're being illuminated. They're having difficulties with what's being illuminated. The fear factor is high here, getting triggered by a lot of fear through this. So this is really what I'm getting from this card. Again, they're showing me the noose. They're going, just nobody in it. So we're not going to get strung up. We're not going to get hung out. We're not going to get totally depleted. These cycles are there to make you aware, is what they're giving me, of what you need to do for yourself. Don't get paranoid about things that are going on around. Just center yourself and generate that power source. And it starts in the brain with our thoughts and how we are affected by them. Okay, so an awareness of all of this coming to bear. Now, on the moon card, I have the 10 of fire. That's interesting because there's a lot of fire energy here. Now I get it, of course, right? Mystical energy, out there stuff, and really what they're making me aware of, because not only because the moon is pushing this energy, but all of that is unknown. What's out there in the space, literally, in the sky, all of this. I feel like this may be where their fear is triggering. They may be becoming very metaphysical, ghosts and things that are in the air that they can't explain. This is stuff that's creating fear and whatnot. May also be draining us as well. But again, we're highly in charge of that ourselves. We can very easily stop that. We may not feel we have the power to do so, but we do. We just have to believe that we do. Okay, be bold. It's the mind game for the Taurus here. We're not. We're doubt, self-doubt of power and mastery. This is what's going on. Be bold, move forward. Aries energy. I feel like this fire is going to come under you quite quickly as this wheel turns, right? This is what's going to be prominent. The activity, the movement. We're going to be highly, as a Taurus is really sedentary. They like to stay still and be everything calm, cool, one thing at a time. But they're going to be very much out of their element once this moon hits its crest here. Be bold, move. Okay, what's the... okay, don't fear, but... omens. Okay, so this is akin to the Tower card. Again, the darkness and the energy. Now, I feel like we're going to be gaining a lesson here in fear. Now, we're going to get triggered. How do you tell? We're going to get triggered by something. Like, that's striking. You know, when something scares you and you feel it like a lightning bolt of energy surge through you, this is what I'm getting for the Taurus. So there's something here that, and I feel it's metaphysical. Okay, we're either going to be exposed to something or illuminated to something, I'll put it that way, that creates a sense of fear, but there's, I wouldn't say no reason for it, but we got to gain strength and power over this to move forward and continue along the path we're going. We're opening a door here, and there's so much fear coming forth. We're just immobilizing us to advance, like we can advance forward. This is what this tower is here for. They're going, tell them the story of how I'm gonna have to do it, of how you gain power over your own fear. Me, talking to me, because I had I had seen things, dark shadows, and and then I was creating, that fear on the inside, like running and lighting up every light down the hallway and slowly lightening it down when it's dark. There was a time where I just went through, I was riddled with fear, and I was like, this is ridiculous. I can't get over any of this. And then I had something happen to me. I'm not going to say what it was, but it was a very surreal and metaphysical experience. And even though I found out later it was an introduction to energy of guides and whatnot in a visual sense, boom, I was so scared that it stunted me for a little bit. But mentally I was smarter, but physically I had a lot of triggers. So there was a fight, and they really left me alone to figure it out. And really what I did was, I was so fearful one day, like literally every little thing, just, you get a creak in the hot, that kind of stuff, and you just freaking out over everything. I said, that's it. That's enough. It's driving me crazy. And then I just flipped. And I said, I've not been touched yet. I've not been pinched. Nobody's kicked me. Nobody, you know what I mean? And then you just mentally overcome it, and then it just dissipates. It is no longer there. And the thing that I learned through that, somebody needs to hear this while I'm rambling on, is that it is a mind game. And as long as you play into the fear, it gives the energy to create more fear. And that whatever's doing that gains that energy, right? So like when you have poltergeists and stuff in your house, if you're not afraid of them, they cannot gather the energy to knock a lamp over. They can't gain the energy. The fear feeds that. So this was the cycle that I learned. And mentally, when you learn that, physically it just follows. You lose your lightning bolts in the middle, right down the spine, your lightning bolts, that go away. So I feel like, unfortunately, we may have some kind of on the sphere of dealing with this. There's too much unknown for the Taurus. They're just not feeling comfortable or protected. And that is really up to them. So this is the illusion, right? Though, we have guides and everything, but I feel like this Taurus that I'm dealing with here, they're not feeling like they've got a lot of, even though they know they're seeing signs, they don't feel like they got their team with them, like I call them my team of workers. Kind of, they keep me out of trouble. Again, instinct, da da da. So anyway, sorry, went on a tangent there, but they needed me to explain that because this is a fear-based thing spiritually that they're going through. So hopefully that'll help you in some way, because it's really a mental game. Boom, that's it. It's a mental game. You just got to be strong mentally and understand and believe. That's when you truly, you know, the difference between snowing yourself and believing, truly believing what that's when you realize, when you overcome fears, da da da. So on top of this 9, to expand on the energies, the 6 of Pentacles, yeah, that's interesting. Being illuminated, again, that's with instinct and all these things outside of them that they're seeing. The 6 of Pentacles, this woman is going out into the crowd to like empty her purse, help this person. You need money? Okay, I'll share with you. So there's a sense here of that energy. I'm going to go back to the first card. Oh yeah, the Fortune, right? Yeah, sharing that we learn not only through the purse, but through our mind as we're going along this, sharing outwards. That's what they're saying. If we share with others our fears, we can learn through others how to make them disappear, right? Or how they're dealing, da da da. So this is the resource they want you to share with others your fears, and you will, it will help you more than you can realize. Okay, so this is all the mystical stuff, all the questions that the Taurus are really they're in that position where they're asking a whole bunch of questions, and a lot of it is fear-based, but nonetheless we have the sun, or is that the sun or the stars? Well, that's the stars. Okay, it's easy to get it mixed up, but yeah, the stars. So it's highly aspected that we have this curiosity in this way, and it's also part of that path. But the stars, give me a minute, is about hope, is about healing. There's a sense of healing needing to happen here through our fears. We may be the type of person that really is kind of, not that we walk around cowering all the time, but there's a lot of fears that we carry that are not justified in the way that we shouldn't be carrying them anymore, right? It's weighing us down. So there's a sense of needing to heal from being fearful, like even as a child, right? The sense here is, I'm afraid of this, afraid of that. And we kind of haven't grown out of that, is the sense they're giving me. We're not listening to our logic to explain things away. We're keeping the fear, and there's a possibility that it could or could not. This is what I'm getting. So on the Tower card here, we get the 9 of Swords, which carries on with that fear and anxiety, right? Like we may be coming across a little too much spiritually, and the sense they give me too is we never give you more than you can handle. We'll push your limits, absolutely. And this person's been pretty much walled in spiritually, as they would see it, protected from all this stuff. To a degree, it's hindering them now when they're opening it up, because it's just nothing but fear. And it's not that this stuff should be feared. So a sense of opening the metaphysical closet here and just getting freaked out by all the stuff that's coming out. It's too quick, it's too much, it's too overwhelming, it's too and the thing too, I'm seeing a lot of good stuff too, like synchronicities leading us and getting caught up, but letting the anxiety stop us. Hey, ill will. Good evening, thanks for coming in. So there's a sense here that the Taurus just not dealing with all of this opening up of these energies very well spiritually. There's a lot of fear coming. So 6 again, sharing, but not necessarily from our wallet, but from our stories. How do you deal with this? What is it going outward? Because really, that's another thing too with fear. If we hold it in, there's more of a capacity to contain that fear and make expand on it. If we have someone outside of us explain something to us, we don't know the knowledge is there even, right? Because that's unknown. There could be people standing right next to us that have the answers to all the fears that we're holding. But if we don't communicate, we don't get those answers. So this is the sense they're giving me. Go outward. You're going to find people in your circles that one will understand. I mean, use your instinct there, but understand and then explain things to you in a manner that may explain some of this away. Thank you. Awesome. Okay. So on that 6, communicating with others to reduce our fears, we get youth. Now this guy, he's always carries a good Zen kind of vibe. This guy, he's very grounded, right? Ground roots. He's got his wolf pup there, and he's got his staff, and it's kind of wrapped around that North Star, signifying he's highly guided. And then, of course, the 3 streaking star is like luck and universal energy surround here. Now, this may be someone outside of you because the sense I'm getting is very different. And we may even be able to talk to the youth, right? If you're older, you may be able to talk to younger people or feel more comfortable doing so in this way, right? Because every generation that we have, especially when dealing with advancing of energies, they are just downloaded with that generation much more, right? How do I explain it? My words. Every generation, they're more accepting of these metaphysical things, and they that's how they're programmed, right, to accept this. So there may be a sense here of needing to talk to some youth to help you not feel so odd. Maybe people in your circle or people that are of your age or maybe not as open to this as well. Again, to fear. There's something about the youth here. We'll expand. Okay. On the stars, which I mixed up for the sun, but nonetheless very easy to do because that's what they're doing, splashing around in the sun. Joy, right? And the freedom of just going out on a summer day. This is the sense I'm getting is they're telling me here that's what she's losing, she or he. I'm getting a feminine energies. They're kind of losing their freedom because the fear is locking all that down. Okay. On top of that, I get 3 of air. Yeah, look at this is about looking this a person here. They have the dragon symbol of like guidance, higher guidance. The owl is the wisdom, very close to you. So we do have our own inner wisdom. And he's looking in the book of knowledge, right? I want to know, what is this about? So he's looking up all this stuff. I feel like that's the Taurus at this time. They're looking into all of this unknown worlds, right? And they're being illuminated. Look at the glow, right? He's just being lit up. He's on his way. He's got half the book he's gone through. Again, we're seeing stuff and it's kind of unbelievable. But instead of being mystified and curious and joyful, we're being shrinking down in fear and starting to close back up to that energy. So to expand on the anxiety, 7 of earth. Yeah, grounding out. Now, back to our element, right? Because this Taurus we're still dealing with. Being still with things, letting things sink in. That's what they're saying. The fear kind of riddles you in speed. What they're showing to me, I can't translate. When we get fearful, we get very speedy with our decisions, our actions, our movements, everything's, and you're running in the other direction. When we accept things and we're inviting. It's peaceful, it's calm, it's relaxing, right? So this is showing that stark difference. And again, the knowledge that you gain is going to get you there as well. We need to keep digging for knowledge. Don't stop where you're at, because the sense here is like, I can't handle this too much. And you can take pauses. There's no two ways. Balance yourself out and go back into the information, right? That's what they're telling me. So the fortune card, before we go into the romance, very much spiritual stuff going on. Opening up a world here for the Taurus to seem like they're not ready for, but if it's happening, you're ready. The fortune card is the eagle. Soar towards your destiny with greater clarity and strength, because look at, right? There's something destined here to happen. I feel like it's pivotal that you know the ins and outs here on more than a basic level of all of this advancement that's going on. It's part of your path, part of your future, part of what is written. And I think your soul feels that. It's just, we got too much fear to go slow and steady. Yeah. So that's very succinct. It's all good. So good calming energy. This is what we need to be. So if we're feeling all this, right? I don't want to hear, I don't want to see, blah, blah, blah. Just chill out, try to zone out, do what makes you feel good. Sometimes, people, they can't just take vacations and go to the Bahamas all the time, but you can sit in front of a computer screen and watch a lake screen or a beach screen or hear the sun and kind of visualize and chill out. Okay. What I'm getting. Okay. So as we go into the sex side, there's absolutely no nothing about partners or nothing in here. So we'll see. This might be a complete different field altogether that I pick up on. So we're going to go into the romance again, still with Taurus. First card. Judgment. That's I'm talking inner call, like that call from the universal energy. We got some explaining to do, right? This is what they're giving me, like what's her name? Lucy. Next card, 9 of Cups, about wishes and dreams being fulfilled. Are we where we want to be in our relationship? Because we are on the romantical side here, or okay, no, they're carrying that energy with. They're basically saying, all this spiritual work that we're doing, we can't leave our relationship out. If we're going to work and gain information on a spiritual side, they want you to do that in your relationship as well. And being aware of what our hopes and dreams are in a relationship is what I'm getting. So it's almost like we're leaving that out. Next card is 6 of Pentacles. That's an energy of this woman. She's, looks like she's going in a courtyard collecting apples. and this guy's, can I paint your picture? So she's kind of sitting there being all, what's the word? Complimented, like flattered, right? Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not getting much else. I'm going to expand. Now, on top of the Judgment, that's intuition, universal energy shouting. I feel like we'll just expand. The next card is the Devil. Okay, give me a minute. Because I feel something off with the energy. It's like either we're not listening to this universal energy or this instinct that's coming. Because I feel like that's kind of like your instinct, the realm, the afterlife, things that are coming from outside of us to tell us something in a romantic, like to focus on us in a romantic way, but all the actions over here, right? So I'm confused. Is it the universe? Or are we trying to avoid, or are we bringing our hopes and dreams into a different area than what we're being guided to? That's what they're saying. We are dealing with things in a romantical kind of way, in a partnership kind of way, different than what the guidance is here, which is like either we're not hearing, we're not paying attention, or we're completely going differently. Now, okay, here's the devil, right? So this is expanding on the okay. On the instinct. Well, guess what the devil is? There's an angel and then there's this devil. So what are we doing? We're listening to the wrong voice. That's what I was getting mixed up with here. That's why he's looking in the other direction, because there's a voice going off, but it's that little shit disturber. Sorry for swearing, but it's that little guy with the fire. He's getting us into trouble because we're listening to him. So our instinct in the romance is a little off. We're off. And they're going, this isn't so in a spiritual kind of way where you choose the light, we're good. But suddenly we get into the romantic area and we're flipping gears to the wrong side. We're listening to the wrong side when it comes to the partner. 9, that's about making your wishes and dreams come true in partnerships. We get the 10 and 1. So that's about burdens that we carry. Okay, maybe through the relationship. We're carrying a lot of burdens here. You can unload them. And the 10 that's the point where we're dropping it. We're going to drop these burdens. Now, give me a minute. Because, yeah, oppressive feelings here is what I'm getting empathetically. We are holding so much stuff back that we could unload on the partner. And there's no reason for us to hold it back. We have every right to tell the partner, whether it's something that prevents us from loving them more or getting closer to them or da da da. This is what I'm seeing. So it's, again, listening, holding those things back that can alleviate resentment, da da da. This is what I'm getting. On top of the 6 of Pentacles, which is feeling flattered. So somewhere here, there's potential for this. As she says with an up questioning inflection. 9 of Pentacles. Well, look at that. That's the single and loving it card. Give me a moment. Okay. I was picking up on someone in a coupled relationship here, but now suddenly I'm this is a single energy. This 9 of Pentacles is I'm abundant and I'm free and I like the way that I'm living. I'm happy. I'm picking up on singles that are not wanting to get into a relationship, though they're wishing for one. They're not wanting to because of the burdens that creates when they get in one. They like to feel flattered. This is the feeling they like from having a relationship, but they're single because they can't handle the burdens. Now, we got a 10 here when we're dealing with hanging on to all that energy that needs to go. I feel like we're at a tipping point. Okay, we're going to get into the sex side. Again, single, couple. A death card, right? That's listening to the wrong voice in your head in the relationship center. They go, we're not doing too bad when it comes to everything outside of that, but we're really, and this could be for the Taurus, this could be an ego pride kind of thing. We're got our pride and ego up front, so therefore it kind of attaches to self-serving behavior or not being able to expand. They're showing me, I said, are they really being that selfish? And they're going, yeah, basically, but we'll work it out here. Sounds bad, but things can be done. First, we have to swallow our pride and do what is right, typically. I mean, we know what that is. We just don't want to do it. Hey, from Indonesia. Greetings. Okay, so there we go with the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups, that's the romance card that really is unreal. Meaning, this is the dream of what we want. And we want to be dancing around the courtyard with the lover that's all romance and everything. So this is really an ungrounded energy. It's dreaming of love that people go out and they dance in the streets. Okay. So part of the problem here for the Taurus is that imagination and the sense that um there's a big gap between reality and what we got in our dream time, and there's not a willingness to bridge that gap. Okay, this is what I'm getting. So 10 of Wands, look at that devil. He's all over the place. Here he is in the bedroom. Now, this is where we're blocked. Yeah, we got some work to do here, it says. Okay, the sense, the energy says we may have okay. I mean, we're not putting in the effort to gain rewards in this way, because they're giving me sense. It's not like we're blocked, that we can't enjoy this. We can, but we're unwilling to put in the work outside of the bedroom to gain results in the bed. This kind of thing. It could maximize can maximize the whole quality going on there, but instead we're dreaming about what and not making any action to make our dream time become reality, right? Not taking any action in that way. Again, this energy is going to flip very highly. I felt that into an action oriented mode. So keep that in mind for the future. Okay, so there's the little devil in the bedroom. 9 of Pentacles. This is dipping into the singles energy. Now, we may also be in a partnership where we feel very single and very separate from the partner, to a degree that it's we got to be careful in the way that we're not leaving our partner out completely, like kind of living like roommates. We want to go back to the partner. There may be problems here with issues and whatnot that need to be dealt, and this may be why we're kind of going to our corner. I don't feel in a too bad a way. It's just we're going there to avoid dealing with the issues. So on top of the 9 of Pentacles, that single feeling, we have the Wheel, and that's, again, things are going to change drastically in the bedroom as well. So that, yeah, that energy they were telling me of, this Taurus, just not picking up on the fact that we change things in one direction, and it doesn't even have to be in the bedroom. Can be out of the bedroom dealing with issues. It's really gonna bring in energy to change things in the bedroom. The cycles will change because there's a closeness that comes when you deal with your issues. You feel closer to your partner emotionally, physically. That follows, right? So this is what they're showing me. Okay, one step further into the sex side. Again, 18 plus. Did I put that? 18 plus. These can be very graphic. I don't know where it goes. I turn these cards as you see them. I see them for the first time. So on the 8th, the dream time of thinking up in our head. We want to romanticize everything, and we don't have the perfect relationship, but we're dreaming of it, okay, in our mind. We got the 6 of Pentacles. I'm going to have to go to the book for this, but yeah, this is a sense, okay. Again, the Taurus very in their head about what they want, fantasizing about what they want. Now, this is about a watcher, okay? This guy is... The sense I get here is, I don't know that this woman is aware. I'm going to read what they have in the book, but I'm getting instinctive stuff here, so I'm going to push that out first. There's a sense here this woman is unaware this man is watching her. And she's just undressing at the end of her day, and he's looking upon her like, oh, how beautiful she is. And the sense here is I don't know that she shares that, right? She doesn't think that way. So that's a self-esteem issue, is what I'm getting. There can be an essence of this. Why we're in our head more than in reality. We may have some like body issues we don't want to deal with here. On the 15th, excuse me, the devil energy, and that's What was the sense I was getting there? Tap back in here. Yeah, it's not wanting to work for the benefits here. And maybe because we have some issues, body issues in that way. Now, on top of that, we have the 12, which is that's the wands, the Knight of Wands here. Though this guy, he's got a white mask, so he is beneficial. He's good energy. I'm going to read him. I was supposed to read that other card as well here. Getting behind. You know what? I'll go to the Six of Pentacles, this card, because the sense I'm getting is this woman. Again, the separation too, they're making me aware of, right? He's there, like, you know, a loving couple, maybe go hug on her, you know, how was your day, da da da, and then, you know, whatever, start something. But again, she's unaware, he's there. This is kind of the sense I'm getting, and we're feeling comfortable, but this doesn't do anything for our private life, right? Our romantic life, being as separate as we are. Okay, so the Six of Pentacles, says envy, coveting that which is not yours, spy, curiosity, and gossip. That's not what I was getting off it. But yeah, curiosity is what I get. And I feel like that's from the partner. Kind of like, I wonder, is she in the mood or not? It's like we're that far away that we don't know that the partner's in the mood or if they want, right? For the most part, I feel like we're not. I don't think we're missing out, but I don't think we're tapping in as much as we could because we're just not feeling close to the partner, is a sense that I'm getting. So on the 12 there, the 1, so that's the fire energy, and he's he's what do they call him? Benevolent, right? So all good, peace loving, goes out. Give me a moment here. Diplomat, peaceful solutions, meditations, reluctant to use violence despite strength. I just get a real good vibe, happy-go-lucky kind of vibe from this guy, because he is a good energy, and he's just, what was the word? There's one word there. Yeah, peaceful solutions. Keep that in mind here. I feel like that's the partners holding that energy. Peaceful solution. I'm trying not to disturb the peace. We may have a partner here that wants more intimacy, doesn't know how to ask for it, doesn't know how to do it, so doesn't want to create a disturbance because he may be getting a vibe, wrongly so, from the partner because she's so great in her singleness within the relationship, if you get my drift. We're feeling so single within the partnership that, you know, and it's just becoming a bigger wedge here, and the intimacy's kind of fallen away, but he doesn't want to create havoc over it. He's just trying to, you know, he's trying to watch here. He's in charge. He's still feeling on top of things, but there's a curiosity, like, is this going to change? And the answer universally is yes. The energy is going to change, buddy. So just hang on. I feel like these people are in a situation where they're not going to let go, but it's just kind of moments where you think things in your head and you may not speak them. Now, on top of the wheel, to expand on that, we get the Five of Pentacles. So again, this is bedroom stuff here. Feeling down and out. This guy's lost his leg. He I don't know if he's blind or he just can't see because his blindfold. Not in the best of health. Yeah, the fate, right, is changing. So either we've had a cycle like this where we're just literally really feeling physically sick. And down and out. This is in the sex side, so give me a minute. Yeah, they're going physically. When we're physically ill, we do not want to be intimate. And they're showing me one gets sick and then the other gets sick. So the other one gets well and they want to connect. The other one's sick. They can't. Yeah, this creates, and this all kind of plays off each other. Meaning, if we don't fix our issues, our health goes downhill. We don't deal with our partner. We feel ill. This kind of thing, it all kind of is connected in this spiral. But again, we're coming out of this energy, Taurus. So that's word on the street is we're coming out of it. So if this you're feeling this, you're empathizing, we're gonna get out of this. There's just like planets or something are gonna be in a line. We're gonna get out of it. Okay. So on this curiosity, I feel like the husband's kind of looking at the wife. So are you ready now? Can you hear me now? This kind of thing. In the bedroom, right? We get the 8 of Cups. That's about leaving. Not good. We're leaving for greener pastures. 8 of Cups is about walking away because this is not satisfying. So be aware of that for some. I don't know. We're going to flip to the next 12. So that's about the fire energy. So you may be with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sag, or someone who is in the mode of trying to keep the peace, but still feeling in charge. Okay. So it's kind of feeling okay yet. It's interesting because I'm going, is this the energy going to this man? They're going, no, this is the woman's energy. She's walking away from that man every chance she gets. Intimately, she's doing this. She may not even realize she's doing it as much as she does. They're going, it is not received in a way of rejection, but we're starting to climb that hill. With the amount of space this woman needs, this man's going to feel rejection pretty quick here. Okay, starting to come off as rejection. So this is the turning of the back is from the Pisces, or sorry, the Taurus female. Yeah, or one of the partners in the mix here, whatever you're doing. The sense of, I feel like there's a sense of pride coming from this Taurus as well. They're going, well, I can be by myself and da 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 da. And maybe this is a new frontier they've found in the relationship, is that I found myself and I'm going to isolate, but not realizing the effect that it has on the partner emotionally. One, because the partner's not saying much at this point. They're just starting to notice and want more and yearn for more. Not even yearning, they're just kind of noticing, like, so can we, nooner something, trying to fit things in, but not wanting to bring it up because we know that the partner's not feeling it. So this is what's, undercutting everything. So on top of that energy of the partner, I feel like the masculine here, we get a 5 of Pentacles. So here we go. There's the energy of feeling left out. Why? Because we're isolated from our partners, leaving us out at every turn, and we're starting to feel it. I'm like, they're not feeling it yet, but here it is. There's the energy. He's feeling it, or she, right? They're feeling left out of things. This could be the Taurus feeling that from the other part, vice versa, whatever. Now, the 5, and that's about the physical illness that's coming because of this. And I feel like it's just a lack of communication, a lack of speaking up for our right to whatever, our opinion. We may feel, we may feel from an early age, is what they said, that we don't have a right to answers. That's what they're saying. We don't have a right to get answers or to get resolve here. And that's why nobody's speaking, because they're like, nobody's going to do anything. Nobody's going to say, but we haven't done it. So how do we know? Now on the 5, again, the illness coming forth, we have the 2 of Cups. This is interesting. That's this, what they're giving me a sense of here is one person feels desolate and left out to a degree. They're almost sick about it, but they refuse to speak from it. This is what's going on. But there's a partnership here that can be salvaged, is the sense. Because there's higher, it's kind of like the higher energies are wrapping themselves up in this energy, but we need to communicate. They cannot come down here and be the mediator. You guys have to do that yourself, because that's the sense they're giving me, is nobody's talking. Nobody wants to disturb the peace. There's a male here that doesn't want to disturb the peace. So we may have a Taurus energy gets too flung to a degree that the partner is scared to speak. So we're not getting any headway. This is what's going on. Okay. It is going to flip. The energy's going to flip, and the Taurus is going to take action. Now, I feel like that fire energy is just going to match that. Like if you're married to a fire, that fire is going to just kind of rise to the occasion, the action that you're taking. They're going to meet it and greet it. Okay, so the planetary card on top of this to shut this Taurus down in a good way. We want to shut down the isolating of that energy, right? What do you know? Sun in Gemini, communications, right? I was harping. I did not look at this card. Hone your negotiation and relationship skills. 3 is the number. Gemini, communicate, go back and forth, right? Like twins. To a degree, they're telepathic, right? So we're communication. That's the key here to solve everything. And it's not happening. And that's why it's dissolving. So we don't want to go there. This is a highly a high union. We can get high results here. We just have to communicate. That's the missing link. So hopefully that helps. The Taurus here. Yeah. I feel like for some it may just illuminate, not give. Because I feel like the Taurus is kind of stubborn in the energy, and we do not want to go beyond our barriers. Okay. So Virgo, here we go. Heavy duty. Virgo, 5212. Wow. First card, general energy, spiritual side. We have lust. Way to go, buddy. Lion and lust. Is that almost look like the tail? The tip of the tail is like a scorpion stinger. So what it kind of looked like there for a minute. Maybe that's something. Okay, give me a minute to tap in here. Virgo. Lust, yeah, something's caught us creating this for us, okay, in our sphere. Just like that's what it is. There's the lust. Something's come down. We're look at, and what is it? It's a relationship. Well, of course. Love, union, harmony. So we got guys, we got sprung. Girls, we got them. They're blushing all over the place. Okay, there's something springing out. The energy, the Valentines. They're showing me that rose. Yeah. I don't know if we've had a love at first sight. Boy, these Virgos, man, they go through the gamut. A lot of this energy is being renewed. I don't know if it just never got picked up in the first round. Next card, 2 of Pentacles. Closing loops. Okay. That's it. So we may have a situation here where we're in the process of closing a relationship and we've been sprung by something in another direction. Or we're going in another direction. Yeah, like it's the end of a cycle of one relationship going to another. Highly romantical here already. So on the lust card, how do we expand there? The element of air. So that's all about what's in our thought process in our dream time. Give me a minute. Daydream. They're going, oh yeah, this person is filling their head with what they've seen. So man or woman, you seen something in the physical. There's a human example of what's brought this energy on, and we're making use of that in our mental activity. Okay, so love, union, and harmony. Now this speaks to coming together with someone in a physical way. So what do we get there? We get 11, which I don't know that word. I can't even pronounce it. I'm not even gonna bother. But this talks to an energy. This woman is coming out of the darkness and trying to connect to the light. Okay, the sense they're giving me is this is the way it is through the relationship. We may have a relationship here that was in very dark energy, toxic relationship, if you will, and we're seeing something outside of that. I mean, everything looks good, like angels fluttering before we get into might not, this is a little whacked here because we may be in dream time, but there's a sense here that what we're seeing outside is very much wrapped up in the lighter side of things. We see it as a hugely beneficial, yeah, like non-toxic, right? We got toxic, though they are trying to get out. There's still someone in it, so there may be a situation here where the Virgo is on the precipice of change. Okay, but we're still in it. We're still, sorry, my fingers are going the wrong way, still in the dirt. We're not quite out yet. We haven't even touched, so we're just noticing something out of there. And closing loops, what do we get to expand? Because this is where the energy is going to stop one cycle and start another. Look at that. We have the 0, which is the Fool. So this is, he's getting ready to bring about a new beginning. He's going to close one and open another. That's really what it is. And look at the light coming. Wow. Couldn't have planned it better myself. Moon, Sun. This is highly aspected union. Yeah. You know how they say sometimes you got to go through the crap right before you get all the good that you deserve? This is kind of the feeling that I'm getting. Highly toxic. Like, it drug us down. I think the Virgo handled it quite well, is the sense I'm getting. But time's up. We're ready to go here. We may have just been hovering to a certain degree or not knowing what to do. We know we got to go, but we don't know how we're going to go until we saw what we saw here. And now it's everything. It's surrounding us in every shit, like air surrounds everything, right? It's everywhere. That's the sense I get of this new vision or this new way that this Virgo is going to go. So there we go. There's the new beginning. 0, the Fool. And look at him spreading the light. It's through the light. So this is a better, lighter option than where he's been. Okay, here we go. This is good so far. The dreams, the visions, the mental capacity for this man. I'm getting a male energy quite highly to retain this vision that he's lusting over. What do we get to expand? Wow, this is interesting because it's the 4 cups now. This is dreaming. Okay. They're clarifying. This guy's found something he's lusting, right? Love at first sight. Okay, we've seen a vision of love. Okay, here we go. Now we're taking it into our daydreams. We're thinking about it at work. Can't get it out of our mind when we're at home with the other partner. We're just a vision of love. Now this is the 4 cups is what we're doing in reality. We're just laying there letting it pass by. It's almost either that or we're tapping in, want to dream all the time about this. That's the energy too. But they're giving me a sense here we're not doing anything in reality to bring it down. In fact, we might be refusing it. But I don't know if that energy is going to the toxic partner, or I think it's going to the toxic partner. What are we doing in our grounded reality to actually get this vision of love that we've come across? Nothing. We're not getting out of the toxicity that we're in. Physically, we're not moving. and we're not going towards, we're just dreaming. Okay, so there's a sense of limbo here. So on the toxic relationship here that this person is trying to get out of, we have the Knave of Swords. Now, if you look closely, I mean, I think you can see this. There's a kite. This woman's flying a kite. Go fly a kite. So she does. And what do you know? She puts her, well, there's a vision of a woman there, a picture of a woman. So we'll go with that. Lifting, carry it away. It's almost like this guy's dreaming. Just take her away. I can't deal with it anymore. Almost like he doesn't want to put down the final hammer here. Like a woman's got to go flying away. That's not. He's not wanting. Yeah, he's not wanting to make that move. So there's something he's seeing outside of this toxic relationship. He knows he should get out of it, but he's not getting out of it for whatever reason. Okay. I feel like this is kind of his dream, to just take a hot air balloon, lift her out, and then I'll carry on, and I know where I want to go, but I don't want to have to deal with the careful. So we may have a huge marriage with a lot of kids and politics going on, right, in the relationship, that kind of scenario where we don't want to create havoc to a high degree. But the sense here is we know that we're not in our heart, nothing left. This new beginning that we want to go to. What do we have there? Knight of Swords. Yeah, staying up late, thinking, like she's jotting down ideas, right? And look at all the fairies around her trying to give her inspiration and intuition, right? I think we're beyond intuition. We know damn well not, but we're trying to build a plan, and that's what it is. We're in between building a plan and not doing nothing. Building a plan, just just tie a balloon to her and let her float away. I just don't want to deal with. This is kind of the thing. I think the Virgos, usually the Virgos very take charge and they can deal with situations as they come, but I feel a very passive energy with this one. What I'm getting. So that's that. Now, last of the spiritual side. So on the 4, the inability to really take action here, no matter whether it's towards this new one or getting officially away from the one that we're supposed to go away from. Seneschal, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Seneschal. 12 of Earth. Loyalty. This dog, right, sticks out highly, and it's in the throat. We speak of loyalty, right? The keys, yeah. So I feel like there's houses and children and family that's highly connected to all of this. Doesn't want to be the bad guy. Doesn't like that. He's going to have to be the bad guy if he leaves here, is the sense. And feeling a high tie to the children is what I'm getting. But look at that sword of truth light up in the mind. We know our truth in our mental capacity. We know absolutely our truth. But there's a lot of loyalties here that it's going to shake things up to a degree. They just don't want that kind of chaos on top of what they're dealing with. So this is where he's sitting. Okay, again, getting a masculine, but it could be feminine as well. The kite flyer. Go fly a kite. What do we get there? Ooh, perception. This is darkness. Okay. Go fly a kite. Sorry. The perception here, we have a lot of darkness in this relationship. And I feel like the Virgo, to a certain degree, is kind of trying to dissociate from it. Keeping himself busy, keeping himself away, but yet we're still going back to the same home. We're the same people, But again, there's children here that mean more than the relationship and the chaos that ensues because of that. So it's complex. So on this plan, he's trying to, I'm saying they gave me the word revise. So maybe we've had plans in the past not worked, or we're not good enough to bring to fruition. On top of that energy, we get 7 of fire. So it may be a fire element that you're with, the Virgo's with, maybe a fire. Yeah, because there's a sense here. I feel like the Virgo may be enticed to stay by the partner, even though there's chaos, and we know that it's not. It's like the partner wants it more than they do. So there's a lot of underlying energies here, but I get a sense of deviousness through this. Like, you're gonna stay here, or else, kind of like that, right? And maybe using kids against this as well, stacking these kids up and saying, "Don't you hurt?" Da da da. Meanwhile, we all know the story. It's chaos. You leave the partner, suddenly there's no chaos, and there's a healthier environment to live in. We may be brainwashed to think otherwise, right? That kind of thing, or not willing to risk it at this age. So that's this. There's a sense here. There's a tender age. Da da da. Okay, so a lot of complexities here with this guy, this Virgo. A lot of responsibility. Yeah. So, oh man, the fortune card. Yeah, sorry, they wanted me to clarify here again. I didn't really go over it. They're going, the perception here, each person has their individual perception, both darkened by untruths. So we're really not seeing clearly about how to solve this relationship issue properly, is the sense, because this person's working against the earth sign to counterbalance whatever he's coming up with. And this guy's taking it as valid, but that she's just kind of blocking. So there's an energy, or not at all. I mean, well, we're cantankerous, so we're not working together. So anyway, the fortune energy, the perception, right, is there's darkness, no matter. Okay, the fortune card is death, a time of natural transition, transformation. So this is really going to happen, no matter how passive this Virgo feels. There's something here, maybe a tower energy that comes. I don't know, but something's got to give, is the sense I'm getting, because we may be in this energy for quite some time here. And the sense here is obviously we're seeing something outside of us has sprung us. We got a lustful area here, and I feel like that's what's really leading us to make a plan, whereas we would have just been kind of sitting and avoiding. So now we're making a plan. Again, not very much like the Virgos usually take action, and very methodical. May not be blowing your hair back, but he's moving. So I don't know. That's interesting. Okay, so we're gonna move into the sex side and see what's going on there. Again, we're still in Virgo energy here. I feel it. I feel the stress. Like, he doesn't want to go home, but he goes home and he's completely shut off from the partner. And the partner's trying to kind of, yeah, they're both working against each other, really. First card on the sex side, King of Cups. So somewhere here we have someone. I feel like it's the Virgo. Now, give me a moment. Yeah, okay. They're going, just explain the energy. This King of Cups, he is very devoted. He is pouring his emotions into one cup. Yeah, loyalty, da da da. So this is going to be an issue for him if he's seen something outside of his marriage or his partnership. It's very unlike him to take action, right? Because he's being passive. Why? Because he's still committed and he's trying to get out of it, but he's not out of it. So this is the scenario. This guy's very devoted, loyal, emotionally in charge, da da da. So this is highlighted here. Very virtuous, this guy. Next card, 7 of Canes, 7 of Wands. This is about unions, reuniting. uniting with someone from our past, or could be past life. Okay, so someone we feel they're giving me a high sense of past life here. That is why we got this lust stuff coming up. Give me a minute here. Gotta re-show that lust card. Yeah, and the was there? Give me a sec. Yeah, that's right. Okay. They're showing me these two cards, right? So the Two of Cups is about love, union, and harmony, and the lust that he's feeling for this partner outside of the partnership that he's in that's discontent. There's going to be a union that happens here in some way, shape, or form. Now, the sense here, it could be that we've seen this person and it's almost like we know them, but we don't know them. That's the fit. That could be, it's like a love at first sight, but yeah, there's something coming towards that. Now, as we move forward, the last romance card we get is the Five of Pentacles. Now, the Five of Pentacles is I feel like this is the couple in the chaos or in the dark energy here, because this man is carrying this woman, and the story through the book they tell is that she's making a kind of a fool of herself and falls into this guy's lap. He has no choice but to hold on to her. She's kind of like a harlot. So he kind of wants to throw her off right away. So this is the sense that I'm getting. We may have the partner, right? Because they're talking about all this toxic energy. We have a partner here that's kind of playing games with the Virgo, even though they know that romantical kind of games here. They know that things are on the outs, but we may be going out and playing a part for those around us, meaning pretending our marriage is good when it's truly not. Okay, outside we're sitting on the laps, and we just don't do that at home. We don't, and in fact we may even have separate bedrooms by now. This is the kind of feeling I'm getting. Okay, so to expand on that King of Cups energy, which I feel is the Virgo being in his emotional center with this new direction that he wants to take, that he feels like, again, there's a united energy here, and it's not from a partner that he's with. Five of Pentacles, man, being left out. Okay, so somehow on some level, we've come across this person that sparked our interest, but we feel left out. Why? Because we're in a partnership we don't know how to get out of. We can't go because it's against our grain. We have a morality here that's high, so we're wanting something. We can't bridge the gap here. The Five of Pentacles is laying that, and two, the Five of Pentacles is Pentacles talking about finances. We may feel that if we do this, we will be too financially poor to truly go and start a new way. So this may be also something else, because that's a great fear of men, to divorce, to be taken for everything, this kind of thing. So that may be something that's lingering there. Absolutely. Yeah. Feeling left out, and could be financially hard, having financial hardship. Now, on top of this energy of the Seven of Wands, what do we get? Look at this. Two of Cups again. So there's a uniting of these two. Holy. That's basically doubling down on this love vibe we got going on for this dude. Man. Surprise, surprise. From the gods, right? That's what they're going, like, look at the drinks light up and the energy around them. Yeah. Meant to cross paths for sure. Okay. So on this energy of a game playing, like, I feel like I'm getting, again, masculine. You can flip it if it fits. But I'm getting this female, she's kind of playing games. She's playing him up in public and they're acting all lovey-dovey, but he's like, come on, what are you doing? Like, you know better than to a degree that we're kind of faking it for everybody else's sake. So that makes it even worse, right? When people are doing that because they're not in reality with things. But I don't feel the Virgo's really on board with this. I think he's just going along with it because he has to. Knight of Cups we get here. Yeah, and that's that energy going outward. That Knight of Cups, he's going outward to offer love to someone. And I get the sense here that the Virgo is in this. Okay, here we go into the love side. Again, 18 plus. Well, I said that. It's the same video. We're good. Okay. 5 of Pentacles. Feeling left out. He's feeling like he's something struck his love vibe. And he feels like he can't, do anything. And he may even feel like if he does that, he financially will be ruined. On the sex side, we get the 4 of Cups. Now that's the we need to talk card that talks of needing to talk to a partner. Now, it's interesting because there's the Ace of Cups is way up on the fence and his tools are way away from him. So it's almost like we're talking we may be talking to a partner here, but not gaining any headway. Feeling like that's the partner that we're wanting to get away from, okay? Oh, 5 of Cups, or 4 Cups. Yeah, so on the 2 of Cups here, what do we get on the love side? Boy, Knight of Wands. Look at this. Flames of passion are burning in the background. There's, yeah. 2 of Cups, we may physically, okay, just let's go backwards with this, okay? Show you something. That's the end there. Reuniting of energies, meaning we could have a strong pull towards this person that we do not know, but we feel like we know, and visually we're just struck by. There's going to be a physical meeting. This could be very chaste. It could be very, hi, how are you? Or, we bump into them at the coffee shop, whatever. It could be that kind of a thing, innocent. Next, we get the 2 of Cups. That brings it up a level to, hey, you want a drink in my place? Like we're getting more along the lines of not just bumping into each other. We're not just acquaintances. We're getting to know each other and feeling feelings. Then what do you know? Then it's all on. It's all on. Let's go. It's once like that's fire. And that's very much passion coming outward. Okay. So again, where's that going to go? King of Cups. That's about the ability for this man to want to go outward emotionally out of the relationship. Okay. Seems like he's kind of got no choice, but he gets pulled quite highly by passion. On the Knight of Cups, we get the Knight of Pentacles. Look at him go. Smack dab right into his own energy. And this Knight, he's got a firm offer, man. It's almost like they have a little physical fling here, and then right away he's like, okay, you want to move in? You want to, let's get something solidified here. That's the sense I'm getting. But he's doing the talk, so this is good. And I feel like that's the talk with the soon-to-be ex, right? Things aren't working here. I'm going outward, because I feel like he's seen, okay, let's go back. We're in this phase. Boom. We bump into each other on the bus. Well, not the bus. This guy wouldn't go on a bus. He is, I feel like he's very business oriented, very highly in charge of things, but somehow in public, I bump into this woman and I can't get her out of my mind. Then we make connections and we see each other more often. And what do you know? Their feels are coming. And then, copping feels, right? So this is the talk he's having as he's graduating through the stages of feeling passion for this woman. and then he's going to make an offer. It's graduating quite quickly. On the side of the Virgo male, not something that he would normally do, but he's feeling it. There's a long history, energetically, pattern, heavy. So what I mean by that is we may have someone here that come in this life, whether you believe it or not, this is what they're giving me. Someone that comes in this life can be a stranger to you, but you feel like you know them on a lot of levels. Now, these could be very intimate things that you had in a past life. Could be your husband from a past life, or your wife from a past life, or someone that you're very intimate with on a physical level. Not like a father and son or cousin or aunt or uncle. No, it's full on physical. So we've had a lot of energy build up in the physical, like that. This is what they're given. As we move forward, another rank here. 4 cups rank, another rung. On top of that, we get the lovers. Yeah, there's nothing but passion and unbridled. Cannot hold back. This guy can't. Neither can she. They're feeling it from 10 different lifetimes, it seems like. 7. They gave me 7. Intimate lifetimes, give me a break. How are you going to hold that back? When you know that person, you feel it on all levels. And again, this may be something for the Virgo male. It's not come across in this life before. In the past life, they did, but not in this life. Yeah. On the Knave of Wands, the page, right? But nonetheless, dipping into that passionate center with them. We get the 9 of Pentacles. Now this is a bad card. Again, 18 plus. Okay, but I know what they mean by, yeah, they're explaining. They're explaining to me. Again, there's a lot of graphic stuff here. Now, if you look at this, really look at this, I know it's gross. We have a man here that's very deathly ill, and a woman seems to be married, right? So this is symbolizing the relationship is dead. The relationship here, we have no longer feelings. And then she's taken away with Casanova's, taking her out of that bed with this, it's almost like they're dying together. They're rotting. They've gone past, we've done all that we can do in this relationship. We've gone past and we're starting to deteriorate. This is the sense I get from this. And this man's going to take her out and save her. So it could be vice versa. It could be the man, right? He's rotten in this relationship and they're toxic and all of it. And we're starting to deplete mentally, health, all of that. So we're going to escape through this relationship. That's what they're giving me. Now, on this offer that he wants, again, back in his element, boom, right where he feels comfortable, making a firm, solid decision to go forward with this woman. I feel it's above board. Oh, look at that. I didn't know I had this. Okay, this is the Joker card, and I put it in the deck. And look at it. It's the lovers. I put it in the deck when they have some fateful information here or things that need to be hidden, because if we knew them, we would change the course, and this cannot be changed because it is fated. This is that card that I assigned to that from my decks. A lot of them have that in it. Haven't seen them for a while. This is the scenario. It's very highly comical to me that it's the same Lover's card. In between, this man is stuck trying to get out of a relationship, but he could have love if he just removes himself from it. The relationship is dead and gone. We just have to physically get out of the bed, that kind of thing. So I'll leave it at that. Respect what came there. It was quite synchronistic. Okay. This guy's in for, turn of events. But again, there's some work that needs to be done here. And belief systems, this guy, I'm saying hides, holds that are going to create problems for him. But technically, if he just goes where he wants to go, it can be very easy. Oh, man, that's heavy duty. I got to take those cards off. Oh, they're going, put the last 3. Okay. Okay, again, same card. Removing ourselves from a dead relationship to be with the lover. So to expand on the lover card, we get the 7 of Pentacles. So that's watching and waiting, reviewing, looking over what we've done. We've put our work in. Well, yeah, we've done everything. We've tilled, we watered, we've put all our work in. Now we're just gonna observe what's going on here. So there's a sense of pause coming through this card again. It's kind of like, yeah, waiting. Okay. On top of the energy of leaving the relationship that's dead and gone, we get the 2 of Pentacles. Oh, so here we got an energy of balancing. When you have 2 scenarios and you're trying to keep them both afloat, this is the scenario. So he may not break. He's gonna try and keep things afloat. He may be rolling the dice here and going, figure it out. If you find me, then maybe you'll leave, that kind of thing. I don't see him as being that cantankerous, but that's the scenario here. When you have that 2 of Cups, you are trying to balance 2 separate things. And I feel it's these 2 women. He's trying to keep them both. Not that he really wants the one. He's just unprepared to break apart a family unit, I guess, because there's really there's no validity within it. But yet there's insinuating that there's a bit of a play going on here to outwards, right? So that's what they're trying to keep up with. And the Wheel of Fortune is coming in here saying, not so quick. Or maybe not so quick as to, there are things here, look, my fingerprints are all over. Things here that are meant to happen. This relationship is one of them. And it may, I have a feeling that really what's going to happen is these 2 are going to get found out. These 2 lovers that have a long history of past life unification here. They're going to get found out by somebody, the wife or whatever, and then it's going to create that upheaval in that kind of way because he's unable to do it. He feels he's unable to do it through any other process. So, that may create a Tower moment, but nonetheless, the planetary card that ends the whole thing, Sun in Cancer, talking about the home. Yeah. Focus on your home and love. Well, isn't that interesting? Because I feel like the home is shared with the person he's trying to relieve himself of, is what they said. 4. Sun in Cancer. Yeah. Peace. He wants to have peace in his home, but we have to remove one person to do that. And there's a sense here of not knowing how to do that in a way that's smooth. So that's really, I feel like the home is where this Virgo male is really hung up. So, I leave, I lose my house. She gets this kind of thing. And it can really keep people in positions where they don't want to, and maybe financially strapped. We can't just get another home, that kind of thing. So hopefully that helps someone in this energy. Now we're on to Capricorn, is the last but not least out of all of this. Okay, here we go. It's becoming late. Man, these readings are going, but it's information. So what do you know? Okay, I know when I touch this, it goes crazy. But anyway. Okay, so Capricorn, 129:17, starting with spiritual energies, first card for Capricorn over this season, or whenever you click, right? Whenever it's valid for you. Start with the Six of Wands, talking about success and recognition. So we may be feeling very successful at this time. Yeah, like an accomplishment. Okay. Next card, Six of Cups. Indulging our desires. We may be doing this and feeling this may be a result of this, right? The successful feeling is giving us opportunities to indulge our desires. Being out and about with people is what I feel quite highly. Like renowned, is that the right word? Feel like feeling complimented by others and they're bringing us up, that kind of thing. That's the what? The six, yeah. Indulging of desires. Okay, next card, Prince of Pentacles, practicalities before desires. What do you know? But he indulged his desires first before this card came out. So, what the? Okay, give me a minute. I almost feel like we gotta, this has got to go the other way, like this card and then that card and then that card. But, yeah, we've had a major accomplishment here, either in an area of work or something to a degree that really inflates our esteem, is what I'm getting. And then desires. I feel like it's opening doors. The indulgence of desire, I feel like that's because of this success, we're gaining acclaim and it's opening doors for us in other areas. So we're going, like we're headlong into these things. Now, practicalities before desires, I feel like this may be on a personal level. Okay. The success and the indulgence of desires, I feel, is very much in a career oriented kind of way. Career or school or whatever, wherever you're trying to achieve in that kind of way, there's something going on there. And I feel like this is what this man is trying to do, is to get these, like this is kind of like one tick on his list of things that he wants to accomplish. He's done. So he's going to continue to do this until he's finished his roster, whatever he's got planned here. To expand, okay, on the energies, success and recognition. We get 21, the world. So there's a sense here that we've completed a cycle, come to a completion of something. And that's we've completed something that it was hard won, they said, but nonetheless it's done, it's completed, it's complete, and we feel very joyous, right? Like look at all the sparkles coming out our hands. That's kind of like the acclaim that we're getting from other people. It's almost like we're getting people coming at us going, good job, way to go, da, da, da. This is what I'm feeling. They're going, yeah, I made it, I did it, you know? So it could be like a graduation or something, like a great milestone that we've accomplished that we feel quite good from others around us in completing. So indulging of desires, again, there's pathways opening because of this acclaim that was coming about. We have 6, the Lovers. So did we complete a cycle in a love-centered kind of? Just give me a minute here. I kind of was getting that, but I did. It was more career-driven. Are we either getting engaged or moving to a relationship here? Not becoming like how do you say? Yeah, becoming engaged. I don't know, or completing a cycle or getting out of a situation. I'm going to move forward here. Indulging of desire in a lover. Well, that's pretty basic, right? I'm trying to attribute the energy of the cycle of completion, and they're just not attaching it to anything. So we'll just keep going. Practicalities and desires. So again, very much work driven is what I feel here. The Ace of Air. Okay. So the Ace of Air is about looking to your dream time for answers. So, and again, I'm getting the practicalities is leading here. So the logic here having to do with work or things we are working towards gaining. Now the Lovers is in the middle. It really taints everything sideways. There's a house, there's a car, there's, this is what we're dreaming about. Um, how do you say? What's the I'm tired already. Material things. This is what we're dreaming of. This is what matters to us. This is what we're working hard to achieve. There's things that we want materialistically. Okay, there's Lovers in the middle. They're just not clarifying that. So we're just going to leave that. 21, there's a completion of a cycle here. It may have been in a love related way, but I get it's more like a congratulatory. But maybe we completed something. Why can't I gain access to this? Just give me a minute. Oh. Complete successful completion. That's all they're giving me. And we're getting public acclaim because of this. We completed it and we're done. Okay. So next on the 21. Again, ending of a cycle. We get the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is about waiting for company to arrive. This woman, she's gathered up her feast, whether it's Thanksgiving or whatever. She's waiting for her company to come. She's looking, are they there? Are they at the corner? Did they come? Right? So waiting for something to happen here. So it's almost like we've completed a cycle and we're waiting for our next step. Okay. Now on the Lovers card, to clarify that, we get 19, the Sun. So there's something here highly aspected in a love direction, okay? That's family, feeling good with family, right? And waiting on family, like a very close knit is what I'm getting. So we may have, I don't know, this time of year, we may have some birthdays or celebrations or anniversaries where we're getting together with a lot of family and being close knit and feeling very sunshiny. The sense they're giving me here is this Capricorn may have not felt this way at a family gathering for quite some time, where they feel completely relieved. And it's due to this completion of this cycle in whatever manner. Maybe a completion of a job that, maybe we're at a dead end job that we didn't like and we suddenly got another job. So now we're congratulated, way to go, that kind of thing. And now we're just waiting on our, like, kind of looking towards the future to gain more momentum, And this has relieved us because now we're in our social circles, our family, not so much social, but family circles. We're feeling quite bright and airy, and we're wanting to spend more time with family. That heart-centered place is kind of opening up for this person, the Capricorns here. Okay, so the Ace, I feel, is very directly related to money and status and We're very much wanting to gain the car, the house, all of that. Yeah. Yeah, because this could denote a new training in a new area as well, due to work. Okay, so switching gears in a work area where we're starting off, because he's the page. Is he? Yeah, he's the prince, which is the page, and he's beginning, right? Because he's got the little chick. He's got to grow and raise them. He's got to learn. So, even though this is our dream to become great and rich in this, right? And we feel very good about going forward. So on top of that, we get 18, the Moon. Now this is interesting because this is about dream time and what we're dreaming. And I feel very much a materialistic side here coming, like, oh, I want this and I want that. So I'm going to dream about getting that, and I'm going to work towards it. Because the Capricorns are very geared ground roots, man. We're gonna get it. The Moon. Things unseen. This woman is waiting in the water. I feel like, sorry, feel a masculine energy coming through this, waiting in emotion is what I'm getting. I'll leave it there. We're going to go deeper here on the waiting on company, waiting for things to arrive. We're waiting for something to happen in the future. I feel like it may be what's next, what's coming, that kind of thing. On top of that, we get 8 of fire. And this can be about extravagance, right? Being bold. Yeah, I'm getting a sense of whatever completion happened here, whether it was a job switch, a relationship, something major caused this man or woman to really release a lot of burdening energy. And now I get a feeling it's almost like the phoenix rising. Now you're going to see a different part of me because I've released this thing that was holding me back, this job that I hated, the energy that I didn't want to go to, the people that da da da. This is what I'm getting through this card. Now I'm going to rise from all of this ash, right? Because I no longer have to be where I don't want to be. I'm in an energy where I want to be. 19, the family and the heart-centered connections, feeling very highly heart coming out towards the family. We trust the family. We've got a longevity here. So there's this sense here that the Capricorns had to deal with some trust issue. I mean, who doesn't? But trust issues, feeling very secure to be open and free with those we really trust. Now, on top of that, we get emotion and intellect. So the emotion is blue, the intellect is brown. Give me a minute. They made me notice. I never noticed that before. There's little blue hearts here, 4 of them. That's interesting. But anyway, well, there's actually 3 more, they said. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So there's a freedom of self. This person has gained, the Capricorn has gained through releasing something in their life that was hugely repressive for them. It just, yeah, it was holding them back in ways they didn't even realize until now that it's gone, right? I'm trying to figure out, is this the energy they're going to, or is this the energy they came from, or what's going on here? This is the energy we have to adapt to, is what they're saying. Because Capricorn's earth energy, right? So very grounded. What matters is the money and how we earn it and da da da. And we work hard to earn it. You're going, actually, this is not the parameters that the Capricorn is carrying. But this is the way they should be carrying. They have a lot more intellect to match that. The problem is it kind of reversed. But the emotions are starting to flow with those that we trust outward. And the intellect here is going to grow because of that, because of the expansion of the heart center. Now, there's somebody who's just on lockdown in all areas because of something and it released. And they're really not showing me what that is. So it may just be a vast array of things for, like, every Capricorn's different. So we can't really nail it. Or a situation that affects everybody differently is what they came out with. So anyway, the heart's coming to bear here, and our emotional center is going to grow. This is the plan universally, whether they go along with that or not. But naturally, it is abundant at this time. because there's a sense of being repressed emotionally highly, and now they are just free emotionally. So yeah, we'll have some surprises in that way. Okay, as we move forward. Man, these readings are crazy, man. They're deep. On the moon card again, and just waiting in water, talking about, well, okay, so the emotions is what they're alluding to there. The emotion, that's what matters, right? This man is hard pressed to go in that direction anytime before this, but it's naturally overflowing at this time because he's feeling free. Now, there's still some things that are yet to be illuminated about his path going forward. Feel is very highly tied to this. What's coming? We can't tell you, and you're not going to know until it gets there. That kind of thing. But nonetheless, a phoenix, like a real life change, is what I'm getting. We end up here spiritually at the Queen of Air, 13, and look at that owl of wisdom, right? Like, we're gonna gain wisdom in our heart in ways that we'd not used to feeling before, is what I'm getting from the Capricorn. Okay. Yeah, an air sign might be quite pivotal in your future to come here. Very accepting of the change that we've made to ourselves is what they're saying verbatim here. um, there's an air energy coming to the future. Very wise, intuitive person that's coming forth that bears truth to us that we need to see, may help us illuminate things. Hey, thanks for coming in, Spirit Messages. I feel very much, going to accept the Capricorn greatly for who they are at this point. And it's almost like we're not going to know that person before, because the Capricorn doesn't know. It's a great shift in energy hugely here. Okay. Crazy. So now for the fortune card, again, we're with Capricorn, guys. Fortune card to kind of place this energy and move into the romance side. We get the Devil. Take care immediately to avoid temptation and deceit. Now, be aware that the Devil is the Capricorn energy in the regular tarot. That's what it carries. Now, take care immediately to avoid temptation and deceit. Give me a moment. Because I was getting a whiff before of trust issues with this Capricorn, but a sense of, I'm going to surround myself with people that I 100% trust. There's absolutely no doubt. So this is where he's feeling all sunshiny and this energy, right? This is where he was feeling all of that. Family, friends, I know 100% I can trust. This is what's going on. So there is a sense of instinct here to watch, to avoid anything that's questionable. And she's doing that. Give me a minute here. They're giving me energy, but yeah, trust issues. We may fall back onto some complications in the area of trusting others outside of that solid circle we surround ourselves with. And they're going, this is okay. But we do need to gain new. So it's almost like we've lost people, like a social circle or friends, that maybe a huge rift where we've lost a lot of friends that backstabbed us or something major, and it's changed our lives because we've gotten rid of these people unknowingly needing to, but doing so through a catastrophe. And now we're just surrounding. He's being smart about it. Again, getting a masculine. I'll leave it at that. There's a lot coming there. Okay, so the romance side. This is for Capricorn. Start out with the first romance card. Oh, where do we start? 6 of Wands. Yeah, this may be the area that we got deceived in, okay? Because the 6 of, man, that's glaring. The 6 is about leaving, moving away, going, leaving a situation, okay? Next, we have the Page of Pentacles. So that's his element. That's the footloose, fancy free. In the romantical kind of way, nothing matters but my pentacles and, my flute. And that's it. So it's not giving. Boy, this is tight. They opened up on the. They opened right up on the energies here in the spiritual area, but the romance are tightening everything down. I've not had that before. Next. 9 of Pentacles. So the 9 of Pentacles is about trust. This is interesting. Okay, just bear with me. I have to go through what I'm getting. This is about absolute, complete, utter trust for another human being, support, dignity, loyalty to a partner. This is what this is about. This Page of Pentacles carries an energy that I make my money and that's it. That's all that matters to me. I really don't have time for relationships, And this is about leaving. Okay, so these are all significant energies, very distinct and very separate. Well, these two can be connected, but this is very distinct. Very much above all of this. So I'm going to clarify, see if we can make sense of this. On the 6, which is the energy of moving away, leaving, physically leaving a situation or a relationship, because this is in the romance, we have strength. It took a lot of strength to leave where we were at. Okay. Well, thanks, Spirit. Helen. Thanks, Helen. That's awesome. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, we're leaving. It took a lot of strength for us to leave. But there's a sense of kind of like oh man, okay. This is really hard to explain. Took a lot of it. This is a relationship here. We've left. It took a lot, all our strength, they're saying, to leave it. But during the relationship, we were quite, what's the word here? Like not almost non-committal, but like very flippant with the relationship anyway. But it took a lot of strength to leave. So why is that? Doesn't make sense to me. But I'm out of the loop here. Okay. So we have this guy who's really, concerned with his pentacles, and that's about it. We have judgment on top of that. That's instinct, hearing calls, being talked to by the universe. So you just may have an immature energy somewhere here, okay, in this relationship. This is Pentacles. This is the Capricorn energy, but I'm not too sure. We had to gain strength here. Yeah, I feel like they're going to give me some growth here with this guy. I feel like through this relationship, maybe the Capricorn has grown to because why is it so hard to leave if we're very flippant and we don't really care? Why is it so hard? Why do we need all that strength? We needed strength to leave, and we gained strength once we were on the other side. We didn't bet on that, is what they're saying. Now, the judgment, again, that's the universal instinct coming down, chattering. So there may have been a sense here that this Capricorn was getting instinctive nudges universally to do this, but I feel like they weren't listening. Now, this energy is kind of separate from everything. Now, I don't know if this is the energy that the Capricorn wants and didn't get from this past relationship, because it's really in the dust. Like they're really throwing that energy far away from me. I can't even grab it. it's gone. So I don't know if that's if I'm empathizing with the Capricorn here, that they're dead and gone. It's done at root, but it was hard nonetheless. Maybe they haven't healed. I don't know, but this energy here is very distinctive. Trust, loyalty, da da da. Been together a long time, da da da. So this is either the epitome of what the Capricorn wants or is looking for, or there's something in their periphery that brings that about. They may have a friendship here that does that, and maybe we're trying to breach into a romance instead of just friends. Okay. On top of that, we get the Emperor. This cleans this guy up a bit, this energy, because the Emperor can be quite a control freak. Okay, now look at him looking over the past and all the work that he's done here. Give me a minute. He's assessing. He's in the mode of trying to figure out what the hell happened to me through the process of this relationship. Yeah, it was a relationship that really changed this man to a high degree. I'm getting a male figure. He started out in the relationship very footloose, fancy free, almost like, what is the word? Like, not taking it very seriously, like flipping and low, like it's, like almost like there's almost not a commitment there, but there's someone there. But maybe we're roommates, then we maybe are more roommates than commitment people. Or we just don't know what love is to a degree that we just kind of shack up with people and that's it. That's what you call love. Like this sounds really crass, but this is the energy they're feeding me. So who is this? What is that? Is that the partner that we left that they felt this way, or is that us towards them, or both of us feeling? It's heavy. It's heavy, but it's light. So the judgment was here. So that's universally we're being called to make some changes here. I feel like we may have not done that very promptly, but it's done nonetheless. It took a lot of strength for us to do what we did. And I feel like we've got a lot of kudos on the other side of this. Nonetheless, now again, trying to clarify this, we get the Emperor, which does nothing to clarify. It just, again, cleans up the energy of this card, because the Emperor can talk about control freakish energy that is surrounding. So we may have had a mutual. This is very interesting. How do you explain this? People that are just really flippant and passive about a relationship, yet they're control freaks while they're in it. Go figure. It doesn't make sense. It's very like it cancels each other out, because they have this passive energy of nothing bothers me. I don't care. We're together. So why even bother being together if you have such a passive energy? Okay. Yet we have the Emperor there controlling. So we may have control issues in some way, shape, or form, but a freedom to go and do whatever we want. So it's very, I don't know if it's untraditional or just unusual relationship. Okay. But nonetheless, there's things here that happened. It was hard to leave, and it took everything we had to get out, is the sense I'm getting. Okay. Moving on down. Strength. On top of this strength, which, alludes to what was needed to really leave this scenario, we have the Eight of Swords. People lurking around the relationship. It's interesting. Yeah, I'm getting a sense of too much freedom. We had partners that had too much freedom to the degree that they were entertaining other partners. On the Judgment, we have the Knight of Swords. Again, look at too much freedom and going around, and now we got control freak again. This is on the sex side, so I don't know what I'm getting there. There's a stark contrast here. I don't understand this. There's a relationship here that's more like a roommate scenario. We have somebody who is in our midst that has the freedom to come and go. It may be a polygamous thing. I don't know. But when we're in the, I don't know if it's directly related. No, they're going, no, it's not directly related to the bedroom, this control issue. But yet there's a sense of freedom. Go, do, be with whoever you want. It's not just bound to this couple, yet there's boundaries here. Okay, so I'm confused as to where that lies. Now, on top of the Emperor, we have the Fool energy of taken off in a direction, and we got a couple. It's just, I feel like maybe we have a situation here where we've had a relationship that was so loosely tied that we felt like we were in an open relationship, and maybe not everybody was discussed. You know, this wasn't brought up at the meeting, and then something happened, kind of blew it apart. That's the only way I can recognize it, because the energy is very all over the place. We got people coming and going and nobody's taking note. And then all of a sudden people are putting down boundaries and things are out of whack. Almost seems like two separate relationships. Okay. This is what I'm getting. I can't express. So if that makes sense to you, then so be it. On the Eight of Spades, there it's about lurking behavior. It could be about, I feel very much that this is somebody else's partner coming in, and there's somebody on looking. Okay, so again, we might have or have been in a situation where we had an open thing going on, but it wasn't quite all agreed upon 100%. May have went in and said, yeah, we'll do this. And then once we got in, things got bad. Okay, this might make sense with this, what I'm getting energetically. Now, the Eight of Spades, that's that energy of going outward. We have the 10, and this is about, this is the wheel, believe it or not. That's the wheel card in the sex deck. And that talks about this home that is running in circles. So we're talking about looping behavior again. We may have thought that this relationship was going to do us good because it'd be different than everything we've had in the past, but it's still doing the same thing to us that those in the past did, and we thought it'd be different and it wasn't. This is what I'm getting. Like, we went in there thinking this will be different, and it turned out to be the same bloody thing that we're trying to get away from. And that usually comes in when there's issues here that we haven't dealt with from relationship to relationship, and we just jump and it'll just spin you in circles. So yeah, the Knight there of Swords. Okay. Or the Knight. What is he? Yeah, he's the Knight. Or Knave or whatever. Sorry, I really can't read that. Knight of Swords. Sometimes I look and I say the wrong thing. So this is controlish, and they're going in, out of the bedroom. It's like we lift all the restrictions, and then all of a sudden the Emperor comes in. No. And then we're given free reign, and then no. We can't do it. So there's a lot of confusion here, and chaos, and anger, and resentment, and bitterness, and yeah, literally spinning in circles. It's not making sense. I don't understand it. So on top of that energy, we have the Two of Pentacles. This is interesting because this talks about hedonism, pleasure. We're going to just gain pleasure. That would make sense. Sorry, this pulls it all together nicely. That makes sense because we're just going out for pleasure. We don't have any tie. We don't have any heart-centered way that we deal with our partner. We're just going out and having fun. You can cohabit in my house, but anything above and beyond that. But you know what might be going on here? I feel like it's the masculine, whatever way that glides here. I feel like the masculine set this tone, like we're going to do it this way. We're going to open things up. And then once that started happening, there's jealousy and ego issues that started getting in the way, and not realizing that he's backtracking on top of what he opened the door, now he's closing it. This may be a scenario that's come through to one of these Capricorns. Yeah. Hedonism. This is just enjoy yourself, away you go. Like, no restrictions, no bars, no there's no such thing as loyalty. Now this is interesting because as we go way back here, what do we get? This is now, remember, this is the new energy. There's new energies going towards something new. I'm saying he because it's a masculine picture, but it could be a female just as well. This is that one-on-one loyalty, trust, honesty. This is lack thereof. Absolutely. We're going like we're teenagers, right? We just go here, there, everywhere, don't matter. Whatever brings the pleasure. Because you kind of evolve out of that as you grow through sexuality. I mean, I'm not doing 101 here, but you as you evolve, you kind of can grow out of that, right? Um, and you find it's highly dangerous if you don't have people that are willing to speak 100% from their truth. They're holding anything back, it just collapses under, do this, do that. So this is the energy that wants to come forward now. Is this where the Capricorn's headed? They kind of tried this out, and there's a mismatch of energy here. I don't know who's to blame, what's going on. They're just saying we got lost in all of this, didn't expect that. We thought we would have fun, and what we ended up having was chaos. Didn't expect that. And that was the cycle that we thought we weren't going to have. Well, let's just be open with everything. Okay, fine. Everybody's in agreement. But we ended up having the same disruptions we had in the past, and we didn't have this, right? So this is the thing. They had to go through this cycle to figure this out. Yeah, so the new direction they want to go is stability, loyalty, honesty, trust, all of those higher vibrational things. Okay, so on top of this new direction, okay, we indulging in here. The wheel of fate is turning. We've gone through all of this cycle. Now we gotta go in a new direction. It's not fitting us anymore. We get the four, the swords. So there's a great shame that comes with this activity for this person. They weren't as on board as even they initially thought they could be. It's like they were excited and they jump in, and suddenly there's shame attached. Why does the shame come? We really truly weren't following our own instinct here, or morality, right? That kind of thing. So the four, he's half in light and half in dark. So he's trying to work this out in some kind of way, and he's in jail, trying to figure things out. He's in grief and sorrow, right? Feeling guilt, shame, and all of that. Now, on top of the wheel, which talks about the spinning that may be happening for the Capricorn, they're spinning in a circle that they just thought they were going to avoid because this would have been different, and they don't understand how it happened to a certain degree. On top of that, we get the star, which is good because now we see we looped. Now we can start to heal. And there's some great healing that needs to come from this relationship. Has done great damage. One, to the esteem of the Capricorn, and trust it, like it's all over, right? Of course, it's going to be that way. We didn't go deep enough down into our psyche to analyze whether we were truly on board with this. And there was a lot of levels here. I'm feeling the Capricorn wasn't on board, but they kind of convinced themselves not. And this is what they're paying for now with guilt and shame and all of this healing that needs to happen, and forgive themselves for this to move forward. Now, on top of the playtime here, number 2 Pentacles, we have the moon. So there, Yeah, the moon is about mystery, those things that are hidden from us. The sense I'm getting is this is something they want to put under lock and key and bury in the past. They don't want anybody to know about this, so they're kind of suffering in silence because they can't discuss it, and they can't. If you can't discuss it, sometimes you can't heal from it, right? Properly. So who are they going to discuss it? They don't trust anybody enough, and da da da. So there's a sense here of this ending abruptly, and we may not. There's healing here on certain levels, but there's a lot of things we'd rather keep to ourselves. So therefore, we may not truly get healed in a way that um, prevents us from feeling the shame that we and carrying it forward. So on top of this guy feeling all those things, we have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords. This guy's ready to jump. He's ready to defend. What's with my tongue? It's not working. Ready to defend new directions forward, because they're showing me the Fool behind this, even though he's not directly. He's two behind. They're showing that new direction he's going forward. He's ready to clear path, right? He's got his sword there. He's going to swath whatever gets in his way. So this is where he's going to put his energy truly, and that will help heal him slowly as he moves forward. Treading that new path forward is really going to help him heal from this. It's very damaging to his self-esteem, this relationship all around. Now, the ending energy here, we have an eclipse in Aries, collaborations. It talks to collaborations, and it says boost relationships through teamwork and compromise. 5 and 2 is 7. Give me a minute. The hands, right? That's really all that's here. This is eclipse energy. Stop and start. Collaborations, working together with others. Feel like that's when it comes to relationships, there's a reluctance here for this man or woman to really go in a direction where they feel like they can trust or start a collaboration in any way, shape, or form. It was very damaging. I feel like there's a lot of collateral damage here with this relationship. Like, your friends got to go, my friends got to go, our friends together got to go. Like, we had to demolish everything. And I don't know if this was because the Capricorn couldn't handle dealing with anything having to do with anything in this way. So that's kind of an avoidance energy, but nonetheless, there was heavy damage. Now, if we're talking about collaborations, they're going, we will have none of this at this time, is the sense I'm getting, is we're just very reluctant to do that. Eclipse in Aries is moments we think we can, moments we think we can't. And, it's just so far that's what's winning out. We got some healing to do. We're ready to tread our path forward, whether maybe it's in a different direction like career or whatnot. This is what we're going to do. And the moon, yeah, there's things in our path here that will be not revealed to the Capricorn. And also there's things the Capricorn is really trying hard to keep secret from everyone else as well. Wow, heavy duty energies there. They want me to show this card again. The Devil card, right? Again, that's the Capricorn card. And the sense they're giving me too as well is he is where he's supposed to be. No matter how much he feels he's out of the loop, or they are where they're supposed to be. Take care immediately to avoid temptation and deceit. I feel like it's temptation to fall off of the path we've now directed. We're going this way and we're going to go. I feel like there's something that can pull us off, showing me off the wagon, but pull us off of where we truly want to go. We got our sight set here. We want to go this way and do this career, whatever, and tread that path. This guy, he is a page, not a knight, so he can get tripped up and sidetracked real quickly. So just be aware of that. Just making me notice that. Okay, so that is hopefully Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Yeah. So those are the energies. Hopefully, again, that helps you not just to illuminate what you're going through, but help you get under some issues or see things clearer from universal perspective of what it might help you in some kind of scenario. So that is it. I kind of on hiatus here from Christmas and I'm to April. I might come in here in the near future and do some impromptu live nights where you just come in and start reading energies. We'll see what happens. So if you're hip to that or want that, you just, the more writings I get below or comments in the comments, do that. And then the more I get, the more I'll be driven to come outward. Again, Facebook page, Infinity Readings and Reviews will be back after April. Take care, have fun, be kind, and you can check out the page. I got old stuff there that might even apply. So take care, have fun, and be kind, and have a good week.